Melissa Munn is from the Metis Nation of Ontario. She's a program coordinator there. Melissa was born and raised in Dryden and now lives with her husband with 3 children in Wabigoon. She graduated from Confederation College here in town with a degree in social service work, and has been working with the Metis Nation for almost 2 years with the Healing and Wellness branch. As a program coordinator of the Community Action Program for Children, or CAPC as it is commonly known, she will be sharing information and answering questions on the program offered to the community through the Metis Nation of Ontario.
Hello everyone. Bear with me, this is the first time I've done this kind of thing, so it's kind of new. I'm a program coordinator for the Community Action Program for Children, or CAPC is easier to say, through the Metis Nation of Ontario. The vision of the MNO Healing and Wellness branch is to promote the improved health and wellness of the individual, the family, and the community as a whole. Currently, the Metis Nation of Ontario Healing and Wellness branch is located in over 30 service delivery sites across Ontario. There are 12 to 14 programs offered by the MNO, and although each program is not offered specifically at every site, there is availability to every program through every site. So in our office here in Dryden, we have 6 active programs. The programs offered here are available to all within the program mandate, no matter of race, culture, income. A lot of people think that because it's the Metis Nation of Ontario, you have to be Métis to access our programs, which is very untrue. There are a few specific programs that have specific eligibility, but anyone can access them, whether you're Métis or not. So for the most part, the Healing and Wellness branch delivers cultural-based, centrally coordinated, community-based programming and services that are client-driven, family-oriented, and family-centered, based on evidence-based practices and firmly grounded in the wisdom and knowledge of the Métis community. Our programming is focused on healthy parenting, early childhood development, chronic disease management, healthy aging, independent living, and prevention of addictions and gambling, as well as we have a mental health branch that is newer to the Métis Nation, but has grown substantially. Clients receive the wraparound supports from the MNO staff with a wide range of services, including system navigation, crisis intervention, peer counseling, wellness planning, supportive accompaniment, medical transports both in and out of town, family wellness, healthy family programs, and healthy infant and child development, as well as home visits and security checks for seniors that are clients that maybe don't have the family to do those security checks. We have an entire program just for that. So the ones offered specifically in Dryden, we have an Aging at Home. It's designed to provide support to seniors 55 years and older. It's supported by 1 full-time staff member who is an in-home service. She provides in-home services and assists with light housekeeping, personal care with no manipulation of the body. They also assist with referrals and friendly visits or security checks. They provide transportation for daily errands like groceries, taking them to the bank, prescription pickups, and then they also have a lawn care, maintenance, and snow removal program for seniors that don't have access to any other ones. There are other services that can be provided depending on situations, and there are certain qualifications and eligibility factors that come into accessing certain parts of the program. Services offered through the Aging at Home program are available to any seniors. They don't have to be Métis, and they're offered one-on-one, very personalized service. Our coordinator for the Aging at Home, she worked for 4 years in Patricia Gardens, in the office and with the staff there. She has a social work degree as well as a personal support worker degree, and she's amazing with the seniors that she works with. We also have a community support services, which is a lot of the medical transports and friendly visiting, things like that. It supports those who are frail or facing social isolation. It increases independence and improves quality of life through staff and volunteer delivered services. We are always looking for volunteers for the CSS program. If you have some hours during the day that you like to travel, we can always use someone to drive patients and volunteers to drive clients to Ignace, Winnipeg, Thunder Bay for doctor's appointments, or even to pick them up in town, go for coffee with them, sit and play a game of crib with them, or cards or something just to make their day a little bit better. And the services that are delivered through CSS with the volunteers, it's a volunteer-based program, but you are paid for your time. Your mileage is paid, your meals are paid. If you go out of town for medical transports, you are given a hotel room if you need it to stay overnight. It's all covered by the Métis Nation of Ontario, and it's all free of charge to our clients. We take a portion of their travel grants that they get to help cover some of the costs. But it is an amazing program, and it's helping many people that need to get to medical appointments that can't, that don't have that access. The Red Cross does offer some things, but there is a long waiting list a lot of times, or there's lack of volunteers, so this just kind of alleviates that. And that program is run by Leanne. She's a social service worker degree. She has just gone to school for. She's amazing with the elderly clients as well. The family well-being program that we offer is for families with children 7 to 18. The children are our clients, but we work with the family as a whole. Their primary focus is one-on-one client services with preventative and educational components. It's client-driven and based on the needs of the individual and their families. They support clients within aspects of life, both at home and school, so they work very closely with the school. It prevents and disrupts the cycles of violence by providing resources to support children and youth affected by violence. It's a strength-based intervention that's intended to reduce the need of children going into child and family services care. We're that step before they go into the care. We work with the families, the agencies, to try to keep the family as a whole and work with them what they need. At the moment, we do not have a coordinator in the position. It's open, so if you know anyone that has a social service degree that wants to work in the field, we're always looking for someone. I'm actually running 2 programs. Right now I'm running the Family Wellbeing and the CAPC program until they hire someone in there. Some direct supports offered by the Family Wellbeing are homework support, peer counseling, peer support programs, advocacy, referrals. They do cultural teachings, movie and game nights. We take the kids we go bowling, we go swimming, different things just to get them out and to see what our community offers in ways that maybe their families can't afford to do or don't do. We also have the Healthy Babies, Healthy Children. It's for families with children newborn to 6. And the goal of the Healthy Babies, Healthy Children is to assist families with the information required so they can provide a safe, healthy environment for their children through information and education. It helps support families with the preparation for parenting. So we have prenatal and postnatal care, home visits, advocacy, developmental programs for the children, breastfeeding supports, traditional birthing practices if that's what the family needs, crisis intervention, and then also referrals to local agencies. Some other benefits to the Healthy Babies, Healthy Children are emergency supplies of basic childhood needs. If you're in a low income situation and you're in between checks and you need formula or diapers, we can help out with that. We have baby items that we can lend. A lot of the things our babies need for the first couple months are so expensive and they only use them for a small amount of time. So we have high chairs and playpens and different tools like that that we can lend, and then we get back, and then the family doesn't go without. The Healthy Babies, Healthy Children, they work very closely with the CAPC program and the Family Wellbeing program to bring the families together as a whole and give the children the best chance of the best life. They also work with the Community Support Program to close the intergenerational gap. So we have a lot of different workshops and different activities that go on where our seniors come, and a lot of them either they don't have grandchildren or their grandchildren don't live here. Well, they come and they interact with other families and young children, and it's become really good for the community and for a lot of the people that are involved in it. We've had a lot of good feedback on it. So anyone that has a child between the ages 0 and 6 in their care is eligible to take advantage of the supports. Once again, this is one program that you do not need to be Métis for. The Community Action Program for Children, that's the one that I run. It's also for families with children 0 to 6, and it's intended to empower and educate families. The program objectives are to help children, their families, and communities develop and maintain culture. They promote community development and healing. It focuses on strengthening parent and caregiver skills, and it promotes creativity and new community programs where there is an identified need. Some of the programs and services that I offer, there's improved prenatal, infant, and child nutrition and healthy lifestyles. I do community kitchen, is what it's called. So the clients, their families, they come, we work together, we create healthy meals based on the food guides. We teach them how to make the healthy meals, we provide everything for them to do it, and then they take those meals home. And that way we know that at least for that week, that family is being fed good, healthy food. I do parenting workshops on a variety of different topics. I have a budgeting workshop that has gone over really well, and actually the budgeting binder that I have put together has been shared across all of the Métis Nation Ontario offices and is being used in multiple programs. So a lot of it is what I would call common sense, but nowadays not everyone has the same common sense as they maybe used to. There's a lot of different items in there about ways to save money, ways to budget, ways to have the healthy meals that you want your family to have but still be able to afford everything else. I do workshops on building resilience among children and the parents. I have cultural teachings and community development. At the end of this month, I'm doing a workshop on communication and communicating with your children, communicating with your spouse, healthy ways of communicating, healthy relationships, that kind of thing. Some specific programming include active indoor and outdoor games. We're located on 34 King Street beside the bookstore in that little courtyard. Now, because there's not a whole lot of green area in that space, a lot of my outdoor activities take place in Cooper Park or Sandy Beach or Kinsman Park. We utilize the green spaces around the community, and we provide transportation to all of our events as well. If somebody wants to come and join us, but they don't have a way of getting there, or they have a very young baby and it's horrible weather out, we can either provide transportation with my own vehicle or taxi vouchers, gas cards, things like that. I also do a Mother Goose and Métis story time where I have a Métis elder come and they discuss the story and things around the story. We do a Fun with Science on PD days. I have events, and that's usually when the Fun with Science happens because it's a range of kids. So I provide somewhere for you to take your kids on a PD day when everything else is closed or everything else costs money. So it's free programming, free events. And now we also have a brand new program called Emerging Minds. It's part of our mental wellness branch. This program provides clients with access to specialized professionals such as counselors, psychiatrists, psychologists, child development specialists, and behavioral specialists. The Dryden Regional Mental Health Association is amazing, but their waiting lists are very long. And if you have a mental health issue or have a family member that has a mental health issue, that waiting list seems longer and longer every time. So we have services that are offered in our office through OTN, where a doctor from Southern Ontario can go and they're specialized to your program or to your problems and to what you need with minimal amount of time that you have to wait. It's offered to anyone, no matter income, race, or culture, but does require a referral by a medical professional, which we can help with the forms and that kind of thing if need be. Some other programs offered through the MNO, we have a community wellness program, Canadian prenatal and postnatal nutrition programs, gambling prevention, mental health and addictions, victim services and crisis response, as well as an education and training. Those programs are not offered specifically in our office in Dryden, but you can access any of them through myself or any other coordinator that is in the office. The education and training is a really great program. It's now being offered out of Fort Francis and Kenora. So if you are a Metis citizen and you're looking to go to school, we have funds that can help pay for that. We have training that we can guide you to, different things like that. And any of these programs can be offered or accessed through the Dryden office. I think that's about it.
Except for all the questions.
What is the criteria for your transportation program to like Kenora, Winnipeg, or Thunder Bay?
A chronic medical illness. So if you have an ongoing medical issue that you go out of town for,
So it has to be chronic. So if you're sending someone for like a surgical consult.
see those things, everything is based case by case. A lot of times they can find access, they can find help for just even those 1 or 2 appointments. That is something to come in and talk to Leanne about for sure. And the other thing is volunteer availability is the big thing. And that's why I know what she's struggling with right now is there's not the volunteers that there used to be. But for the most part, it is chronic medical illnesses, but it does go case by case. So if there's something that is needed, we usually try to do what we can to help. And a lot of times if Leanne doesn't have a volunteer, she'll do the driving herself. Yes?
I'm just curious how many people you actually work out of that office?
Out of the Dryden office?
Yeah.
At the moment, there are 4 of us.
4?
Yes.
I was just going to say, and then you do a lot of referrals by the sound of it.
We do. Yeah. We do different referrals. We take different referrals. We work very closely with the Dryden Regional Health Center, and they're with the Dryden Regional Health Center and their mental illness or mental wellness program. There's supposed to be 5. We're waiting for the Metis Family Wellbeing position to be filled, but at the moment, yeah, there's 4 of us doing everything. And each coordinator is the frontline worker as well as the coordinator. So we plan the programming, we put the programming together, and then we actually facilitate the programming as well.
So what area exactly are you covering then? Because I presume Thunder Bay and other places would...
There is a Metis Nation office in Thunder Bay, and there's one in Kenora. So I believe it's 100 kilometers is what the majority of the programs can cover. So we have clients in Ignace, Sioux Lookout, Red Lake, Ear Falls, Fort Francis, Kenora, and Thunder Bay all have Metis Nation offices. So they offer the same programs. And Atikokan as well has one too.
That was 2 questions.
You mentioned you addressed the issue of loneliness, and I'm just curious, how do you do that? Like, what's involved?
Isolation.
Yeah, isolation.
Well, we do friendly visits. We go and pick the clients up. We take them for coffee. We go for lunch. We take them to do their groceries or their bills, or a lot of times, I know the aging at home coordinator, a lot of times she goes in and she just sits and talks to them, plays cards, does different things that they're interested in. And then we hold our different events a couple times a year where we have seniors come and the younger kids come, and we did one at Christmas. We made Christmas decorations, and we baked Christmas cookies with the seniors and the kids. And then now we have one on the 27th of this month. We'll be making moccasins. So we have some seniors that are coming to do that with some of the CAPC and Healthy Babies, Healthy Children clients.
Thank you.
Well,
And Melissa, are most of your clients walk-in clients, or are most of them referrals?
It's kind of half and half, actually. We get quite a few walk-ins. I know I personally, with the CAPC program, I get quite a few walk-ins. New moms that aren't sure what to do with their kids, or moms that have kids, a couple kids in school, but still have one or two at home that just want to get out of the house. I know I have a very large area that is fully sanitized, fully childproof, and full of different toys, different games, so they can come and just sit and let their kids play and socialize with other kids. It's similar to like the Best Start hubs or the toy libraries for my program anyway. And then for the aging at home, it's mostly referrals because they need a doctor referral to access those supports. And with CSS, there's community support. A lot of them is referrals too.
Ed?
How many volunteers would you have in a year?
Like total?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say right now, I think we have 6 to 8 volunteers.
And is there a vulnerable sector?
Yes.
Checks requirements?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a criminal reference check and driver's abstract
Okay.
for the volunteers for the community support. Because you are going to be driving clients, we need to know that
You have a driver's
decent
license.
driver.
Graham?
Where does your funding come from?
Our funding comes from the province of Ontario, and we have some different private funders as well. I'm not privy to a lot of the information about where the funding comes from. That's my supervisors and higher up in Southern Ontario. Each program is given a budget at the beginning of the year for certain aspects of the budget or of the program. So I know our budgets are quite good. Mine is anyway, because I've been told that I have to find somewhere to spend some money because I have budget money. So I've made an order for some new toys and some new activities, but it's a lot of different places from what I can gather. Part of it comes from the government, and then there's parts that are privately funded.
Anna?
What are your hours there?
Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 4:30 is when the offices are open. With some of the programs, we do run things in the evening or on weekends, depending on what's needed.
Mm-hmm.
So then we just extend hours or shift hours around
Okay,
to make do.
okay. So if they have to contact you in the evenings, you just call the main line and then there's a...
For any crises or issues that need dealt with in the evenings, we have a crisis response number that they can call, and then they can talk to someone. But we're only in the office itself, Monday to Friday. And the Aging at Home coordinator, she's not in the office very much because she does a lot of her program outside in the community. But you can contact us at any time, and then when we're open, we can get back to you.
Marty?
The Aging at Home program and the Loneliness program for seniors, that's open to anyone or Metis? Anyone. Thank you.
The Aging at Home, for the home supports, if you are not Métis, you have a limited amount of time that is available. But for the friendly visits, the security checks, that kind of thing, it's anyone that's over 55 that needs it.
Same with the criteria for seniors for shoveling snow? 55?
Yeah.
Best friend.
Yeah, there is. When it comes to the lawn care, maintenance, and the snow removal, that program, your income does come into play. If you are a lower income family, then you qualify whether you're Métis or not. But the income comes into play with that program.
But I think Peter was,
It is a contract. It gets contracted out.
Peter will provide the trouble.
I believe
I thought
the
he was
contract is
volunteering.
from Vermilion Bay. It does, from Vermilion Bay to Apex. For snow removal and lawn.
so
But
you were
you don't
volunteering.
qualify with the income aspect. You might be able to work something out with Tammy. She might do it yourself. She's kind of a go-getter.
What's the number?
Okay, thank you. Oh, Lisa's gonna do
Any
that.
of you?
Wonderful.
That's it.
Well, Melissa, I want to thank you very much
welcome.
for coming to Rotary to talk to us today. Very large diversity of programs that you offer. I think
Yes.
most of us are quite unaware of.
Most people don't realize that we're there.
Yeah.
And if they do know that we're there, they think that, well, it's Métis Nation, you have to be Métis, or you have to be Aboriginal.
Yeah, so
That's not
thank
the
you
case.
for coming and educating us on what you do in our community, and thank you for all you do for the community.
Thank you for having me. Business cards here of mine. If anyone is interested in any of the programs or further information on them, I can leave them at the front and then.
Take another one right now. Thanks.
Who knew?